Alternative to law enforcement, there is also the Street Crisis Response Team. So that's the unit that helps people on the street who may be suffering from a drug or mental health crisis. So the citywide program has now been around for almost 3 years, and our Lauren Toms is here now. And I know that you met with some of the crisis responders.
Yeah, Juliet, one of the people I met with is formerly unhoused, and he's using his personal experience to help others. With each step into the Street Crisis Response Team van, peer counselor Omar Breedlove moves further away from his past.
I'm formerly incarcerated. I'm a former substance user, formerly homeless, and I formerly had mental health challenges. And so I was able to turn my life around and transform through that.
He's been clean since 2016, but rather than leaving it behind, his lived experience is now his greatest asset.
I run across people all the time that I used to associate with during my experience when I was homeless or when I was using substances and things such as that. And now I see those people and I'm in a different capacity, and I'm a source of motivation and hope for them.
On each call, a handful of experts respond, including a peer counselor like Omar, who's had firsthand experience with some of the more common issues the team encounters, like homelessness or substance abuse. Members of the homelessness outreach team and paramedics fill the van, responding to dozens of calls each day. Some, like Omar, dress in plain clothes to offer a less triggering response than a uniformed officer may. It's part of a unique approach the city is taking in their effort to curb San Francisco's drug crisis.
Like if somebody is hungry and hasn't eaten for 3 days, a peer can understand that, like what that feels like and what it feels like to be able to receive some food at that time.
The unarmed team travels with snacks, water, spare shoes and clothing, blankets and medical supplies, including Narcan, that are most needed on calls. Their goal is simple: to connect people with the services they need.
In a city like San Francisco, where we really do value people's expression and freedom and individuality, at some point I personally feel like there has to be some other way for us to help people and encourage people to feel safe and feel willing to try something different.
Captain Mary Mira has been a paramedic in San Francisco for nearly 3 decades, and on the Street Crisis Team, her most valuable tool is treating people in crisis like an old friend.
Just human to human. It's not approaching a person as a set of symptoms, but approaching them as maybe somebody I grew up with. Basic. My name is Mary. What's your name?
And that's often all it takes to de-escalate a situation, Omar says: compassion.
Wow, I wish this stuff was here when I was going through my ordeal. Promoting humanity, moving humanity forward, requires love, right? Because without love, there wouldn't be any compassion.
And looking back on his days in the shoes of those he now helps, he knows he's making a difference. This team is coming up on its 3rd anniversary, and in that time, they've responded to nearly 20,000 calls. They say the majority of those calls, 59%, are resolved right there in the moment.
Yeah, it's so great to see. Just de-escalate the situation. So I guess if you look at the situation now, how can they, see a long-term solution and down the road from here?
Yeah, Juliet, well, their goal is to get people the help many desperately need during their response, but the team is prepared to transport people who volunteer to go to a recovery center or shelter rather than wait for the city to place them, which often involves very long wait times.
Yeah, that wait time's crucial. All right, Lauren, thank you.